building. Um, Today's a good day because normally we, we 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 seem to sensationalize a lot of individuals that was famous in our world, some of our worlds in the streets that may have cooperated. Well, today's the day where a man who had two life sentences or got two life sentences actually may be seeing some freedom real soon. For those that's from Brownsville, New York, the man's name is Baby Sam. Some may know him for being hanging around Robin Bird, but today his murder conviction was tossed out of court. The murder conviction. That's one step closer to freedom. The man been in jail over 25 years. Baby Sam from Brownsville, his murder charge has been tossed. Um, in November, it goes Brooklyn always goes hard borough. Mr. Former crack kingpin Baby Sam Edmondson could be going home soon because of a dirty cop. One-time Brooklyn drug don Samuel Babyface Edmondson is itching closer every day to getting his life, his two life sentences overturned for narcotics, two life sentences for narcotics trafficking and murder overturned and finding freedom after more than 3 decades behind bars in New York State Prison. Edmondson 60, ran the Brownsville crack game in the late 80s. He was convicted at a 1990 trial in state court for ordering the gangland slayings of Kenny Rankin, his partner in the drug business, and Willie May, a frontline worker for his organization, suspected of skimming the till. But according to sworn testimony by Keith Big K Christmas, a former enforcer for Baby Sam Edmondson and the star witness against him at his trial 31 years ago, the original testimony he provided tying him to the Rankin and May homicides was bogus and coerced by disgraced NYPD Detective Lou Scarcella. There's a lot of people that's been coming home because of Mr. Scarcella and that last Brooklyn District Attorney. Before, Mr. Hines. Mr. Hines was just as dirty as this man. Sent a lot of good Brooklyn brothers to jail for the rest of their life. Lou Scarcella, over a dozen convictions based on Scarcella arrests have already been thrown out of court in the past 10 years. The 63-year-old Christmas offered his perjury confession in a motion hearing earlier this week as part of Edmondson's appeal. Now, this is November. I'm talking about this news article. Today, they officially tossed out the murder charge. Today was the day that they officially tossed out Baby Sam's homicide. Man sat in jail for over 30 years. Over 25 years. Said the whole environment was tainted. It didn't matter what was the truth. It was about sticking to the script they gave me. Christmas initially agreed to cooperate against Baby Sam because Baby Sam put a murder contract on his head. Although he was shot several times, Christmas survived the contract to still take the witness stand at Edmondson trial. Kenny Rankin was gunned down June 30th, 1987 in Clinton Hill. May was killed January 8th, 1988 in Brownsville. Scarcella testified he remembered Christmas from the Baby Sam investigation, but denied pressuring him to lie under oath regarding other homicide. Yeah, Daily News. He's out. They dropped the murder charge, brother. New York Times. He dropped the murder charge. Today they dropped his murder charge. This is just from November. It's good to see, definitely shout out to Willie Lowe, the builder, shout out to Brooklyn, shout out to Crown Heights, you know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to Crown Heights, you know what I'm saying? What's good. Shout out to AR Brooklyn, shout out forever what you're doing. Brooklyn in the building, man. It's a proud day in Brooklyn, man. A man played by the code. He did a lot. He did 3 decades in jail, and he's finally got the murder conviction pushed to the side. Hopefully, he pushed the drug situation to the side. The man to be home. He had 2 decades. They gave him 2 life sentences. Not 2 decades, but 2 life sentences. Salute, salute, salute. So he had the murder. He had his murder charge pushed to the side today. You know what I'm saying? Brooklyn judge, dailynews.com. Check out the dailynews.com. Brooklyn judge tossed a drug seller slave case over Scarcella Road. That's a good day. That's a good day, party people. You know what I'm saying? We don't facilitate, we don't promote crime, we don't. But if you're in the lifestyle, that man sat in jail for all those years, and now he has a chance to come home. Now listen, a dirty cop. I told you, the only way a lot of guys are gonna come home is it takes that one dirty cop. Scarcella, his name's in a lot of cases. Y'all can Google this. The district attorney, the Brooklyn district attorney was a dirty guy, Mr. Hines. He was dirty. All he wanted was convictions. You know what I'm saying? He didn't care how he got them. There's a lot of good brothers that's been coming home because of these convictions. So, Baby Sam, the guy that y'all hear about in some of these rap songs, shout out to Brownsville houses, Langston Hughes, Van Dyke, Tilden, you know, Rockaway Boulevard, Howard, you know what I'm saying? My man G-Dub Quinn, shout out to G-Dub Quinn out there. My man Chevy, you know what I'm saying? The rock stars and all that. You know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to Brooklyn Marcus Garvey Village. We here. Baby Sam murder charge has been tossed. It took 30 years to do it. Let's hope how it plays out. He did 30 years. Hopefully the man can go home, man. But of course, for him sitting in jail for this homicide, if they drop the drug charge, Baby Sam's gonna die a rich man. He's sort of in 63 years old. So he's most likely gonna pass away a rich man if they toss out, because that murder charge, if he can have a well-versed lawyer that can say because of the murder charge, that's how you got the drug charge, Baby Sam can become a rich man. You gotta pay a man for sitting in that penitentiary for 30 years. So this is coming straight off the press. Baby Sam murder charge has been dismissed because of the dirty cop Scarcella. Good day in Brownsville, Brooklyn, you heard? Other words, I heard there's something else flying on the net. I don't know. I'm not gonna do my due diligence trying to figure this one out. I'm just tired of hearing about deaths. There's too much death going on. So with that being said, I heard some things on the net. I'm not gonna put nothing out there. You know what I'm saying? If the man passed away, rest in peace to my man, to the man. It's a sad day in Brownsville if that man passed away. But Baby Sam got the murder charge tossed. It's a win for Brooklyn. The man ain't snitch. Now for a change, we can actually, if we're going to talk about the game and glorify the game, what the game and the principles and morals stand for, that man sat for 30 years. And the law has graced him with pure freedom. Y'all think about that before y'all decide to want to be down and thinking that what's been going around with these clowns, faking the funk with a nasty gum. In the words of EPMD's The Big Payback. I just hope that they drop the drug charge and they toss it, and that man sues New York State for at least 30 million or 100 million. Pay for that man's stay in the luxurious New York State Inn. Y'all niggas think dudes think it's a game, man. This is serious. Take life for real, man. It costs to play by the rules and the principles. Salute is here, Jones. Salute. But it was a good day for Brownsville, Brooklyn. We can actually congratulate an individual that was a kingpin from New York that didn't tell. You know what I'm saying? And who had his homicide tossed. Peace to the guards, peace to the low lives, peace to the Decepticons, peace to the Autobots. We see you on Weeks Ave. We see y'all. You know, Supreme team out there in Fort Greene, the Rosters in Garvey Village, the Rastafarians. We see y'all, man. Shout out to Flatbush, man. The Outlaws, you know the Outlaws, that Jamaican posse in the 50s over there in the bush, you heard? It's a good day in Brooklyn, man. Rugby, you know the whole East New York, bam. Shout out to my man D, man. This is serious, man. Shout out to all my 1-8 trades, man.
Shit. My bad. Take it live. Focus.
I thought you was shooting. That's what I did. I said, she's shooting, they shooting. Oh, Lord, they shooting. God damn it. The trolls found me. They shooting, Jack. They shooting.
Crazy.
The trolls have found me in St. Louis. The trolls. Niggas be trolling. To say, I don't want to touch on that because it's hurting me. I'm tired of hearing about about dudes our age passing away, man. We know death is a part of our life, you know what I'm saying? But I just get tired of hearing that. See, sometimes, you know, I laugh and joke and I giggle and I ha ha he he, but sometimes shit just get real. But you know, rest in peace to that man. If he did pass away, rest in peace to him. I send my condolences if the man passed away to his family. Son, it's who's gonna fight. He's the one that got caught, bro. Yo, Vince Breeze, you know what it is. He one of the ones that got caught. But the funny part was he was homicide in the cloth ever. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of dudes that's up north in the mountains because of Scarcella and his policing. Hines, Mr. Hines, you a clown, Hines. Hines is a clown. That DA didn't care about us people of color, man. He didn't care about us, man. I want to get about black and white, but he didn't care about us, bro. You allow young men, 21, 22, to do 30, 40 years just so you can get reelected. Big cases. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of cases are getting thrown out, man. So the word is out. Baby Sam case has been tossed out, the murder charge. Mr. Christmas has recanted his story. Shout out to my man Trey from Queens. Shout out to all the brothers sitting at Auburn Max. Deadeye, Ziggy Zal, Sight Bike, all of them that's sitting in that max. That's fighting the freedom fighters that need to come home. Because if they could do what they did with the Central Park 5 and go, well, if it wasn't for the body, there would have been a drug charge. Get him. Get him, Baby Sam. He did 30 years in them jails. Baby Sam is free. We had a technical difficulty. You know where I'm at. I'm safe. The trolls ain't find me. The trolls are out, though. The trolls ain't find me, though. But shout out to East Harlem, you know, St. Louis, Wifey, West Side. Shout out to West Harlem. And a guy who stood by the principles and morals, but not glorifying what y'all say, what y'all do is y'all glorify people that told on people. Tattletellers. We're actually glorifying the man who stood by the principles and morals of the game. And with that being said, deuces. Deuces. Shout out to Kings. You know, guards to King P. You know, push that knife. My man iced out. You heard? You heard?